What's up, guys? I'm like 15 minutes late. I don't know if anybody's going to pop on today, but I am going to go over kind of my mail day, what I got in. Not as big a mail day as yesterday. Probably some misses on my part on some buys, too, which happens sometimes. Um, but still, nonetheless, thought it'd be cool. Do this weekly. I might not have any mail some days. This depends. Sometimes I buy, sometimes I don't. I need to do a lot of selling right now, so I need to probably get that done before I buy more. But I'm going to be switching into some football buys too. Um, Probably football, baseball buys. Start checking the basketball market kind of soon as well. For guys I'm looking at maybe breaking out next year, just depending on where the basketball card market's at. Give it like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, probably like 3 minutes, and then we'll start. If you are hopping on and want to watch or you have any questions too, let me know. Definitely, if you have any questions, it's a good time to ask. I'm trying to make this like my day where I can answer some questions on card market, hobbies, stuff like that. Yeah, so if you are interested, if you're gonna watch, jump on, say hi. Um, I'm gonna kind of get my stuff in order right now. There's some base stuff I bought. And go over kind of some where some of the guys are at. One big purchase this week, which is kind of cool. Looking at some auctions ending right now. Some decent buys out there on Sundays. But hope everybody's having a great Father's Day, great Sunday, good weekend overall. Can't beat that. It's summertime. Really feels like summertime right now with all the different stuff going on. Still weird though with the card releases, how you get Prism Football in June. Normally been past Prism Football for months now. So that's definitely weird. It's weird to be ripping Prism right now. But lots of opportunities, I think, in Prism. We got a 20 Bowman Baseball Blaster. Pick your team on Instagram right now. I think there's like 6 teams left or something like that. So yeah, definitely jump on that if you want to get in it because that's almost filled. There's only a few teams left. What's up, Pocono? How are you, man? Not too many cards. Here's like some base Chrome stuff I bought. I bought 20 Bowman Chrome prospect cards of Asterio Ruiz, who's killing it right now in AAA. He just got moved up to AAA. He's 23. He's got like 47 stolen bases. He's hitting for power, hitting for average. Just gone nuts this year. Um, and I kind of was following him. Decided to step up and buy some. I got a lot. Basically, I got 20 Bowman Chromes. And I might as well go over the auto too. So I got the 20 Bowman Chromes and I got the auto for $100. The guy I got it from was not the best shipping experience, um, but it got to me. Well packaged, so that was cool. But he's a big time. What's up, Rory? He's a good prospect. He's like, okay, we're used to Bowman 22, and a lot of people are hyped up on Bowman 22. Well, prospecting is kind of different. One thing you want to do is you want to be looking at short-term guys who are going to get called up, guys who are going to go from double A to triple A and get or single A to A plus, guys who are hot there. Guys who are going to go to mid-season prospect lists are going to jump up in price. And then guys who are going to go to end-of-season prospect lists and jump up. Those are guys who prices are going to explode. That's what you want to be looking at. A good combination of 22 guys with potential. And those guys are going to be further down the road for the most part, but 22 is kind of different because there's so many prospects. Like, hold 22 wax. That's another thing. I know everybody wants to rip it. Hold some 22 wax, put it in the closet. Yeah, I agree, Pocono. I mean, honestly, my thing is he could get called up. Padres are really, they're really aggressive with their prospect promotion. He's like line for line with Abrams right now, maybe outperforming Abrams a little bit. And to have the auto, I value that at about probably like 100 right now. And then these $250 to $5 a card, I look at it eventually. So I mean, I spent $100. I think the auto pays it off, and the Bowman Chromes are just kind of gravy. And I bought this before he was really on the radar. Couple other things I picked up. This is a Jackson Churio Bowman Chrome prospect lot. This is the way it was shipped to me. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. I paid $30, I think. So that wasn't too bad. For what I think they're going for $5 to $7.49 a card right now. But I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to grab some more shares of this guy. He's hot. He just hit another home run yesterday. In a doubleheader, he went 4 for 8. The guy just keeps hitting. He's the darling of everything right now. Everybody's going after Churio. I bought some stuff. And this stuff I bought before he really jumped. They just got to me a little bit later than the other stuff I got last week. So yeah, that's kind of, those things right there. Then I bought these. These cost me about $35. Uribiel Angeles. He's a San Diego guy in 22. Bought the Speckle out of 299 auto. And I got the out of 51 out of 99 True Green. I'm not so sure about that. He's not really performing that well right now. It was just kind of like he's close to where I'm at. I could flip it locally if I wanted to, kind of thing, if he performs well. He's at A+ ball. Not too old. Has some good characteristics. I don't know. I might just flip that one right away right now and just move on. And go from there. Another guy really high on, and this is going to be the last of my purchases for the week that got here right now. No, actually it's not. I got one big one. Ceddanne Rafaela, 90 out of 99 on the green mini diamond first. I got that for I think it was like $20, $15. It was a purchase from last week, just got here. But this guy's been tearing it up in the minors. He's a Rule 5 guy. They left him unprotected last year, and he didn't get scooped up. Utility guy, can play anywhere. And then on top of that, speed. He started to put it together with a bat. He's really performing well this year. Even in double, he just got moved up to double A. He's been performing at the same level, really high level. One of the best producers this year in the minors. So Rafaela is one to take a look at, especially being a Boston prospect. There's always a little extra for Boston and Yankees prospects for the hype. But Rafaela could be a guy, if he goes into the top 100 list, this is going to be a $100 card, at least. And that's kind of the way I look at it with some of this stuff is, take some stabs at some guys who are performing well, doing well, follow them. And go that route. And then I got the 51 out of 75 Mojo. I might have overpaid for this. I paid like 90. But there's not a whole lot out there of him, and there's no autos. So I kind of put a premium on some of this. And that's one thing you got to look at with some of these guys is, there's no autos for him. And if there's no autos, this card is definitely a premium because there's only so many of them. There's not a bunch of Bowman Chrome Auto BCA cards. To go along with him, or even Mojo auto cards. This is it. So, I mean, that's one nice thing about those guys. That's Churio as well. There's no auto for him. And there's other prospects like that as well out there you can kind of look at. Last purchase. Curtis Mead Cyan printing plate. First Bowman. Mead just hit 2 bombs today. He's hit a bomb the other day as well. Top 100 prospect. This is the printing plate. It's the 1/1 cyan printing plate of his first Bowman Chrome. Paid $280 for this. 1/1s are really hard to value. Printing plates aren't the most popular cards of people. I still think it's cool. I mean, I value that card a lot more than $280 personally. I think it could be a much bigger card. I don't know. What do you guys think who are watching? What do you think of that card? What's your guys' opinion of that? Because, yeah, I liked the deal. I thought it was a good deal. Um, and that was the best offer. I think it was going for like $350. I still thought that was cheap. But I just threw in a $280 offer to see if it would. I took through $250. We settled at $260. He was going to ship it. He asked if he could ship through PayPal. And I was like, you know what? I'll give you an extra $20. I'll go to $280 to ship through eBay. You're a relatively new buyer. I agree with you, Pocono. I think that's sexy. I think the 1/1 is nice, especially on a good prospect. He's already a double A, already in the top 100, performing well. I mean, that is cool. That's the printing plate. That's what they use to make those cards. Like, that's pretty awesome. My opinion. It's my first 1/1 I've ever had. So I think that is pretty cool. So yeah, those are my pickups for the week. Not a huge mail day, but some stuff there. Overall, really stocking up on some guys. And there's some guys that I'll buy, and there's some guys that I'm like, I don't know. And I'll flip them right away. I might even lose a buck or two, which is okay. And I think that's something we have to understand too when you're buying and selling is sometimes you might take a little bit of a loss. But it's the way it goes. You buy, sell, win, lose. It's just the way it goes. You want to be up more than anything, but sometimes you'll lose, and that's okay. Just try to minimize your losses. Like, for these were just like a gravy on the Asterio Ruiz Bowman Chromes. Same thing with the Churio. If I do sell some and he goes nuts, well, now I got some Bowman Chromes as well to back me up. Right now, I want to say I have like 25 Churio Bowman Chromes. I'll probably hold on to those no matter what. The prospect cards I have of him, I might sell one or two, keep one or two, or even sell two, move up to one bigger one. I don't know. Asturio Ruiz is probably more of a short term for me. If he gets called up, I'll probably sell. And if he goes nuts in the bigs, hey, I missed out. But it's one of those things to where you're always taking your chances. You never know. Sometimes prospect hype, the best time to sell is when they move up. And even if they have, that's kind of the key. Some guys can have one good year. Take, for instance, Miranda for the Twins. He had one good year last year. He's back to sucking again. Ask Rory. Prospects like Austin Martin. Possibly Pocono, but it just depends. The Churios, possibly. The Ruizes, no. I'll sell raw on the Ruiz. Most likely. Prospecting, if they're not a big hit, it's not going to help you. How much does it increase the value if it's not a household name? Kind of thing. Now, if they go into the top 10, that's a gradable opportunity. Top 20 is a gradable opportunity. There's a couple of guys in this class I want to get some more shares of. So now I'm going to have to buy some more, but not a lot. That's absolutely true, Rory. Austin Martin's slugging like 304 with a bunch of errors and he's hitting like 260, no power whatsoever, and he's an outfielder. Like, that's not good. Miranda, I don't want to talk about it. But you got some other guys who are doing well, though. Your Spencer Steers. Manuel Rodriguez, I think is his name. Encarnacion Strand. You guys got some good guys there, too. So, yeah, I mean, one thing I like about 22 is hold wax. I don't know how much longer that stuff's going to be in stock. I think it's going to go out of stock pretty soon. So I definitely would say, like, hold some of the wax. That wax allow you could look at that wax that you're holding as a way to A, buy more cards, and B, get into more breaks. And it pays for it. It's like a save. It's like a hedge. Because I think this class is going to be insane. I need, there's some guys I'm looking at buying that I really need to get some more of in this class alone. And then also don't forget other guys in there, like 2020 guys, 2021 guys, 2019 guys. Not really. I mean, what's Miranda hitting? I'll tell you right now what Miranda's hitting. Let's see. Miranda's hitting like 236. Corey's sending me pictures of stuff right now. Yeah, Corey's like sending me pictures of printing plates right now. Yeah, Miranda's not been doing that great. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's some like Ellie De La Cruz intrigues the hell out of me. I think Ellie is an insane option. But there's some guys on the Twins who've been doing great. Um, they got some good prospects. Prism football is everywhere right now. There's some great opportunities to buy some guys cheap, guys. Silvers are akin to autos. First off, right there, point blank. Silver is akin to an auto. A color is just as good. Um, I think everybody, because I get a lot of guys ask me like, "Oh, there's no autos. There's no autos. Oh, there's no autos." Oh. Like silver is the gold standard. Nice, Pocono. So does Rory. But I silvers are like the gold standard. Like if you can get a PSA 10 silver, you can do well. If you get a raw, you can sell a raw well. If the player performs, you're going to do well. Um, and those things can jump. I mean, I was talking like yesterday about a Tua PSA 10 silver. It's like $1,200, and he's not even loved in the hobby, like not at all. There's no love for him. So I mean, if you're looking at a Tua that people are like, oh, Tua sucks, blah blah blah, and his PSA 10 is selling for like $1,200 to $1,700, like do the math, guys. And then you got to watch out when you buy them. Like, oh, I'm going to buy singles. Better know what's gradable and what's not gradable. Otherwise, your raw is your raw. It still could go up, but it's more risk. Where I think if you pull it yourself, you got a much better chance of getting something. But also, you can look on eBay, find some good deals if you know what is what. Yeah, Pocono. I mean, your PSA 10s can be worth thousands. I mean, if a Tua is going for 1,200 to 1,700 PSA 10, what is a Burrow or a Herbert going for? What's a Mac Jones going to go for if he makes a jump? What's a Lawrence or Wilson going to go for if he makes a jump and the team does well? Lance, Mills, even some of the other wide receivers in this class. I mean, Waddle's going to have way less attention now that they have Tyreek Hill. Waddle could go off. Javonte Williams is a big breakout guy for a lot of scouts are saying he's going to have a breakout year. He's going really, really cheap. Parsons, if they let Parsons play defensive end more, that guy he's going to be a 20 sack guy. His price are going to go nuts because he's a Cowboy. So there's some really good opportunity in the NFL space right now for some of the newer guys because some of the older guys are just out of reach. Like, just think about that. Like last year, guys are out of reach already as far as being able to pick them up affordably. So that's a really cool thing right there. I would just say kind of my thoughts on Prism. I think Prism has way too many products that are different. Like the hangers in this are different. The hangers in this are different. The blasters are different. These two megas are different. And I think it confuses people because there's so many new people in the hobby that it throws them off. And also, silvers are short prints in my eyes, man. Silvers of a certain player is so hard to hit with a checklist that bad. It doesn't say short print on the box, guys, and I know that's what drives everybody freaking nuts, but it basically is a short print. So it's like if you hit on your guy with silvers or colors, the return is incredible. And you have a better chance at a huge return on a rookie in the NFL than you do in baseball on a prospect. It's one thing I want to tell everybody: prospecting is hard. Most guys don't do well in baseball. Even top prospects suck. Just ask Pocono about Kelenic. You look at his value now compared to where it was. So, like, yeah, it's tough. And that's why genuinely prospects, you sell early unless you really believe, or you hedge. Maybe you sell some big stuff, or you sell all your small stuff and keep some big things. It kind of goes both ways. But the odds of like the $100,000 Wanders, the $20,000 Tatises, or whatever, the $100,000 Tatises is really, really small in baseball. Football, it's tough too, but usually first round picks are going to get 4 or 5 years. It's just the way it goes. They're usually going to get 4 or 5 years unless they're Josh Rosen, the chosen Rosen. So usually you have a better opportunity to sell in football and still get your money back than in baseball. So that's one thing to think about here. And I know everybody is all freaked out right now over a million different things. Oh, this sucks, this sucks. I've not heard the hobby say one product is good in I don't know how long. Except for rookies and stars. Rookies and stars, oh my God. Everybody freaked out over rookies and stars. Go look at the pricing on rookies and stars right now. I dare you. Go look at the pricing. Yeah, bro, you're isolated up there on Pocono Kellenic Hill. You might be on Pocono Kellenic Island at this point. You're like yelling at. He's like your version of Wilson for Tom Hanks in Castaway. Jared, please hit. But yeah, man. Yeah, so just a lot of things. There's some more products coming up. It's going to be hot and heavy on products coming up in the hobby. Sealed wax is not a bad thing to hold. I'm telling you, it's a great hedge. Especially the stuff out right now. Hold Prism, hold Bowman, and think about your breaks are paid off or your investments are paid off, depending on how much you get into, mind you, with that wax in another 3 to 6 months, depending on the product. So that's one thing to think about. Been on for about 20 minutes talking at this point. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I am going to be making some new prospect buys this next week. I don't know if they're going to be crazy big buys, but I am going to make some buys. I made a buy today. Poconos probably hates me for it. But I did make a buy today. Did you, what happened with that Mason win, Pocono? You go in on it? Some auctions I'm watching right now, and that doesn't mean I'm going to put buy or try to get in, but I'm watching a Matt McLean 71 out of 99 auto green shimmer. It's at 127, 21 bids with 4 minutes left. I'm watching a Sedaine Raffaello first Bowman fuchsia at a 199. It's at 24 with 24 bids and 9 minutes to go. I'm watching a Curtis Mead Speckle PSA 10 at 305 with 16 minutes left. I'm watching a Trevor Lawrence purple at a 225 at 355 with 19 minutes left. And I'm watching a red cracked ice Trevor at 102 with 19 minutes left. And then I'm watching another Sedaine, 2 more Sedaines, a CJ Abrams PSA 10 probably. Yeah, 2 CJ Abrams CSA 10s. A Gunnar Henderson 910 auto. But the thing I don't like about Gunnar Henderson is he can't hit lefties, which kind of scares me. Really kind of scares me. Oh, I bought another one. I bought a Mason Wynn 32 for $33. Speckle first Bowman auto. First Bowman, not auto. He doesn't have autos, I don't believe. These 2020s are rough, though, man. I'll say that. They are rough. What's up, Simply? I like some of the meat autos too. Definitely a fan. Yeah, so I got one just a minute ago for 33 bucks. Simply's favorite card. So yeah, hopefully I can get I'll get that in next week and that'll be on the mail day. Yeah, 2020 is rough on grading, man, especially on the speckles. Like I just wanted one, so I bought a 7. Or no, PSA, yeah, PSA 7 Wander. Yeah, it is. It is horrible. I'm going to show that. Give me one moment. You know what? I'll show it tomorrow. I mean Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Sunday, next Sunday. I'm throwing off right now. But I'll do it. I'll show that next Sunday on the PSA 7 Wander Speckle. It is nasty. Nasty, nasty. Um, but yeah, got some break. A lot of baseball and Prism coming up next week, guys. Going to be the most of it. Got that Bowman 20 blaster break that's almost full. Only 6 teams left. Those 6 teams are, I know for sure, Atlanta and the Mets. Let's see. Let's see. Got Atlanta open. The Mets open. The Phillies open. Texas open and Washington. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, only 5 teams left. Yeah, 5 teams left. Oh, you should see that card, man. This card is a hot mess. It's one of the worst looking cards I've seen. But I was like, you know what? I want one. So I grabbed it. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it. Yeah, there is. Me and Pocono were looking at some yesterday, and I was sending him ones I thought were good. And he was like, no, it's horrible. Then I sent him a couple other ones. It saved my grading eye right there. At least I had the most of them. He was like, oh, those aren't bad. It's tough. It's tough buying on eBay. I'll say that. I'm scared. If I'm scared to sometimes to buy on eBay, I can imagine how it is for just like new people or whatever. Actually, if you're new, you're like, screw it, I'm gonna buy. And then if you're kind of in the middle, you're like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I trust eBay because I don't trust it all the time. I just know that I have way too many cards. I need to do some selling. I'm trying to keep telling myself like no more buying until you sell some stuff. I know it's like everybody I talk to is like, yeah, man, I gotta sell stuff. I gotta sell stuff. Let's see what Mead hit 2 home runs today. These 305, 395, 561. Let's see if Asturi Ruiz did anything today. Not really anything big on him. What about Sedane? Sedane just beat out an infield single, which would left him with just needing a homer for the cycle. Oh, but he got called out. So he's got a double and a triple today, it looks like, on Sedane Rafaela. Yeah, so he's got a double and a triple today. He had a bloop double. Yeah, that's always what happens. Yeah, simply that's the way it is. It's pretty normal. Like I said, I just bought it to have it. I didn't really care. It's 20 bucks. I was bored at work and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy that thing. But yeah, Sedane had another good day. That's a guy definitely to keep an eye on. Um, Good guy to get. Boston breaks are awesome. Getting Boston and Bowman breaks is good because they're going rather cheap. And you've got Sedane and Bello. Bello's going to be in the majors this year, I think. And he's a top 100 prospect. I mean, there's a chance the Sedane could get into the top 100 this year too. And I mean, they're going super cheap. Paguero, possibly. Pirates promote, kind of, but I'm not sure on that. Paguero hasn't had a great year. Oh, Neil Cruz just got called up. Look at you and all these damn Pirates prospects, bro. Your damn Sawinski hit 3 home runs today. That guy's garbage. That guy is the guy you bring off the bench to pinch hit. I'm gonna die on this Sawinski sucks hill. Paguero's getting called up. That was news to me. I thought O'Neill Cruz was getting called up. Yeah, they called up Paguero today. My bad. So they called up everybody then. Paguero's a good prospect, young. Yeah, that's crazy because he was in Double A. Yeah, he was in Double A, and he wasn't lighting the world on fire. So I mean, Cruz, I could see they gave him a cup of coffee last year, and he hasn't been doing that well either. I think maybe it was kind of one of those things like, hey man, let's get him coached up here, because neither one of them was really lighting the fire on lighting the world on fire in the minors. Well, that's cool. A lot of prospects getting called up this year. And I mean, at this point, you might see a lot more just because it's past the service time cutoff. So it really doesn't hurt you to bring them up. And a lot of teams are being really aggressive with prospects. But right on, guys. Hey, I've been on for over a half an hour. I want to keep these to like a half an hour, 35 minutes. Otherwise, I run out of shit to talk about, especially there's not a lot of questions. And on my mail day is not that big. But appreciate you guys jumping on. It's always fun. It's good to talk about cards in the hobby. I'll be on next Sunday as well. I'm going to try to make this a thing where I do it every Sunday, kind of my mail day, and just talk about what's going on in the hobby, things like that. But right on, guys. Well, you guys have a good rest of your Father's Day holiday, and take care, guys. Thanks for checking in and seeing what the hell I'm talking about.